Here in this goodie bag of bags is all my go-to makeup I've been using over the few months. Some of it's new and I've been enjoying it recently and all of that. Just like this one's very, very, very old and all of that. And this is going to be some Coachella looking makeup. Yes, that's right. That's why I picked this palette that I don't use that often, which is Lost Treasures, which is one of the first palettes I got since a good while, since I was a kid. And this one just made sense for the look, as you probably tell. See? Some good Coachella colors there. And yes, this is what a lot of the stuff I've been enjoying. But before I get into all my makeup that I've been using to do my face looks that you've been seeing, I'm going to go rejuvenate the part that you see that's light with some pink hair dye that I like to put in my hair, because who isn't Coachella ready when they don't make their hair go crazy sometimes, you know? And I am one of those ones that likes the pink in my hair here and there. So that's what I'm going to do, rejuvenate this with the pinky red kind of tones. So let's do that before we get into the makeup. Here's my hair as it's now developing with the pink in my money piece of it all. I just made myself some coffee while I wait for it to develop and get nice and pink in its way. And then we gotta do the makeup. As my hair is now done, looking much more vibrant to that ready of a pink. So now we're gonna go with the makeup as if I was gonna go to Coachella and all of that. Whoops, my hair got a little crazy. It's still slightly wet. And yes, I'm not going to Coachella. I probably never will. It's not fully my vibe, but I just can't resist seeing these people on social media doing their makeup, getting all crazed. So now that I've done my hair, I'm going to do my makeup here. And the things that I would definitely be bringing if I went to Coachella would definitely be this setting spray. Is from the Quick Flick. See? The Quick Flick brand. That one. And I have other thing that I got a little carrier like for taking places set from them, and that's one of them. And this is the other one. This is the primer moisturizer. That right here. So as you can see, I'm going to start and end with this brand. It's not everything in my makeup. They mostly do the setting sprays, things, and the reason being why these are so good is they have sunscreen in them, and Coachella is hot. So you definitely need the sunscreen of it all. So this is what I'm doing, this one, to start with. So we'll take that off to the side, and we're going to start with this thing here. I'm just going to get it into, I'm going to probably put it in my hand. The only thing with this, I don't know if, ooh, whoopsie. I got it all over. I'm going to get it off the table, I guess. So I'm just going to put it into my skin like so to rejuvenate my face. This is a nice, I think this is a pretty good primer, a cream one like this, especially because my face kind of needs it for where I live. The air is getting a little crispy, so it's not as warm as where it is, where's Coachella happening now for this, I think it's like the last weekend coming up and stuff, so all of that. Whoopsie, I think I got a little bit on myself. That's okay. But I like the cream consistency of this because I do have another one that I use from them that is not cream consistency. And it's good, but this one's pretty nice because it has that creaminess, which is kind of needed for this time of year for me, where I am, you know, in Australia. So there we go. That is that. So we can get on to the next after using some quick. So I'm now going to use my foundation. And like I said, I've been getting some new stuff that's more recent. I got this in the last like week or so. And this is Skin Survivor Foundation from Kind Collection. This one here. I'm quite liking it for the most part. It's pretty nice. And of course it has the it has FP50 in it. This one does. I think most of them do. All 50 plus is what most of this stuff has. So I got my little thing here. I'm going to pump a little bit on here and get some on so we can get this base nice and put together. I quite like this. As you probably know, I've been using the other one that's from a different brand. It's an Australian brand, BK Beauty or something like that. And I got the wrong shade. It's very good, but they are hit and miss brand in my opinion. So this seems to be like, for what it is, they're consistent what's in their things. I don't know about the other one, but I know they can have hit and miss to a point, but and this one was a good price. Everything I got three things, and I'll be showing you one of the other things. Got three things for around 20 Australian dollars. So that is a plus for all that. So there we go with that. Before we go back to this brand, I have another brand I'm going to use, which I got because I did use the foundation a while back. And then this is Remyo London. This is from the UK. This is the UK brand. This is for my the Glow Up Moisturizer Skin Tint Cream. I use this for my under eyes somewhat to kind of vibrant them a little bit. Typically, kind of like you see here, that's what I use this serum from them. So then I'm just going to blend that in. I'll just use the same one that I use for that because it doesn't matter. I think it looks really good. I might want to get some foundation from them again. I don't know. But I have this kind foundation, so I'm quite enjoying that. Hmm. Looks like I didn't blend it enough on my forehead here. Okay, so looking pretty good. Yep. That is nice tins. That is my base, almost. So I'm gonna go for my other one, which my go-to things as well, because you know I love to fill my eyebrows in. If you're not new here, if you are new, then please subscribe. And I'm gonna do one of my favorite things, which is do my eyebrows. And if you like this look, please give it a like. Yep. So what I take is this. This is not for my eyebrows. I'm not. I mean, it is for my eyebrows, but it's not for my eyelashes. Because if you, do, but what I do is I go like this, and I like to fill it in. So right now I haven't gone to the full Coachella look that I've found. I did look here. This is like some looks I hear, and this there's one here I wanted to do, and I even have a nail polish that will match. And as you can see, there is some gemmy gems. So I'm going to be doing that on the nails. That's not going to go on the face because I don't really have proper gems for the face or have a way to get them on properly. So it's going to be easier if I do slight gems on my nails. And you'll see what I mean by having a nail polish that matches the look I'm thinking of. Even though I'm going to go a little darker because I have this treasure palette that I'm going to use. So I just make sure my eyebrows are nice and filled in for the most part. I like them filled in. And this one's very jelly, kind of. I used to use another one that was like, I don't remember the name, but yeah, that's beside the point. So there's that and all of it. I'm going to do my eyelashes. I don't know if this is the order, but I forgot I had this after a while, and this is another Remya London thing, and it's awesome. I have a few things that are for my eyelashes, and I kind of actually don't like most of them. Yeah, that's right. I don't like most of them. But first, I just want to get into going with this. I know that some people say like I don't want to use these things because they're scary, but I kind of like them, and I'm because I never want to put on fake eyelashes. No, I want to stay away from fake eyelashes. So I use this to help my eyelashes be a little more boom boom. So yeah, this is one of my favorite. It's called Thrill Seeker. And out of all the ones I have for like good price stuff, I happen to just get this because I bought enough stuff when I got it. So I've had it for like a year at least. And then I stopped using it for some reason because I got other ones and I started using those. And they're more cakey. So they're nail polish brand as well. But their nail polishes are very small selection compared to another brand I'm going to be using in a minute that I showed you the palette of, so I'll do that. But this I like the consistency of how it gets put on. I just need to get my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm using my phone to get this done. Let me use this because it's much easier. Just putting it on, see? Getting my eyelashes nice and plumped. There we go with my top lashes. Whoa, I think that looks pretty nice. So we got my eyelashes now done. And I'm gonna go in with some blush. Now we're gonna go back to the Kind brand. This might be one of the top things I bought from this brand. The third thing I have was just a little bit of a contouring. I don't have that, so I won't be using that today. That's from this brand as well. But this one I'm definitely using. I love this. This might be one of my top favorite little blushes besides the one from Barry M that I got that is like clear and then it changes color when it changes your skin. But this is the color I liked the most out of the ones I had. It's like a corally color, I guess I'd call it. So I just put it on my cheek. I'm just trying to get it to come out. Come on, come out. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. I'm just gonna use my finger a little bit. Actually, let's use a brush right here. I got this little selection of brushes somewhat. Let me just use this. Don't know if this is the kind of brush you're supposed to use, but I thought I'd use it because I don't want to use my fingers fully. I might have to actually. The kiss doll of it look of it all. And looking juice-alicious. I love it when my cheeks look juice-alicious. Now that I've figured out how to do it properly. This is definitely good. Okay, so I did that. The kind stuff I have. Now we're going to get into the eyes. And this is the palette I'm using from Barry M. I've had it for maybe a year or more. So this is what we're going to go off of. Yes, the look is kind of subdued and interesting, and I like you saw there, but I'm not going to go fully the same because I wanted to use this palette because it has interestingness and stuff about it. So I don't know what I don't have. Well, let's just do the one little thing that I saw that was used as a technique to make it so your upper eyes are easier to put the eyeshadow on is this. I don't have eye primer, which is what I kind of need to get, but I think something like I'll do this part and see if that helps my eyes a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I just need to look in here. I just need to kind of go. I'm just going like this. I'm the other thing can help because I think it helps with the lines being a little more smoothed out. If you have one, I don't have one at the moment, so I'm just doing this. I saw it from a YouTuber that does makeup videos and stuff, and it was like, oh, this is very good and useful for me. That's what I thought. So and I don't have problems with things getting in my eyes and having irritations, so this is okay to do. So that might help a little bit to get on smoother. So there is that. If you can see the difference after without it and with it now. So now we're going to get into the colors. Well, of course, we're going to go sparkly. I might go off the gold look of it all and things. So let's see here. Maybe I shouldn't have picked that look, but there's tons of looks you see there that I was thinking. So let's go off. I'm going to go very goldy purple look. So I'm going to do this in the inner side. So let's do that right here in the middle. Shim shim interestingness. See? I'm using the very gold screen right up there. That's what I'm using for the middle of my eyelid. So I'm just getting that nice and situated. I thought that would look really, really nice. So I'm going like a purpley gold look is what I'm going off of for this. And that's situated in the center. So I'm just going to clean my brush. Yes, I know, sue me. I like to use the same brush. And then I have this really dark purple. I have this hue one, which might be more of the look I'm going for right there and everything for this Coachella of a out there look. It's like a mermaid. It says midnight. I can see why that's called midnight because it's got little purple hues and stuff, which is very midnighty. So I really definitely agree with that for sure. So I'm just gonna do that in the inside and the outside, I think. It's sparkle galore. Midnight, interesting look. This might be more of a night look that I'm doing potentially, but it could be daylight. I don't know. If you go to the Renaissance Fair, which is something I love, love, love. So I guess that may be your version of going to Coachella is a Renaissance Fair, which I think might be mine, even though I haven't gone for years. But I will definitely be doing that at some point. This is definitely a very, very both. But I have been seeing someone on the doing the Coachella stuff that is going like armor look, kind of like armor dress that's like flowy and stuff. So I thought like, oh, so they are going kind of so the Coachella mixed with going to Renaissance Fair is kind of is happening this year, especially with some of the people I've been seeing around the EFers. That looks pretty cool. I don't know if there should be a third color out here. Hmm. I could do that. I could use the diamond, or maybe I should use a color that's not so sparkly. I'm gonna use this dusty purple. They call it key. I'm not sure why. Maybe the key to the map, because it's like a map treasure thing. So I'm gonna do it on the outside of my eye, I think. I am gonna blend them, so it's not just gonna be straight. This is actually turning out pretty good. I think that base I put down on my eyelid, which was just this concealer, like this stuff that lightens a little bit. The glow from Remy London's really helping out my eyes for sure. Really, really, really helping out my eyes. Show the color very, very well. Because I've had problems where these doesn't go on as well as I'm happy, like I would like. So there we go with that. I'm just going to finish that off. There we go. My eyes are done. I think they look pretty, pretty fun. I do think that this, but just doing this has maybe helped a little bit. So I'm not going to the thing, but if I was, I would be, well, I'm going to use it. I would be using this, and I'll be using it over and over and over because it has sunscreen in it, so it really would help. And I think it might even help, this stuff might even help on your skin itself, because if this is like a setting spray, and I think it would like help if you don't know if you have enough sunscreen on, or it's been long enough, like 90 minutes, because after 90 minutes or so, sunscreen can start dissipating and not working. So that's what this, and so I'm just going to spray this on my face. I love this because it mists like no tomorrow. I love this container, even though the logo started to come off. It's not spraying on my face. They're weird. It was coming out weird. It's coming out strange. I don't know if it's getting low, maybe. But there we go with that. Now all we got to do is the lippy lip. Now to finish the look, here is my lip combo. I thought I'd use this Remy London Lasting Mega Matte. So this one, that one, with a combination of some of the kind lip gloss that I have on top. Because this is a little drying. It's not always rejuvenating to my lips. So this is going to be what I put on first, this color. I thought it would go kind of nice with the purpley kind of look of my eyelids that I'm doing. So that's the color. As you can see, the majority of what I'm using is Remy London and the other one, you know. So, oops, I was about to put that on my eyes. I know, I could use a lip liner, but I'm just going to do it without because I don't, it's a little hard for me. Yeah, I think that kind of goes with it. This does stay on pretty well. I don't know, I wouldn't say that it's like long lasting, which I kind of like because I don't like lipsticks and certain mixes that are too hard to get off. So I don't mind that it comes off some. So I just wish I could get this in a bright, more pink color. I've only been able to get it in bright red, dark red and stuff. I haven't been able to get it in a nice purple pink, which would be really nice to get. But we don't need pink here. I got my cheeky cheeks here, so I wanted to be a little more. And then we're using this, and this has some lip gloss. It has shea butter and which is pretty nice. See, I'm feeling my lips a little bit like oof, so it definitely needs the gloss. Especially from so, and I want to go or the glossy. I don't want to be too matte right now. So, especially if you're going out into that harsh weather, somewhat dustiness. When you're going to Coachella, you probably want to make sure that you're using products, especially lip stuff and stuff that is rejuvenating, that helps because dust can probably dry you out and do stuff. So I would probably, if you are going to use a lipstick that might be drying like a matte one, definitely put something like that has some good slight product in it that will help keep your lips nice. And it's definitely a good idea to have something with some little sunscreen in it and stuff to put on your lips occasionally. Because I've had experience with being out in the hot weather and my lips getting a little too much because I didn't put the sunscreen on it fully. But that's my full-on face look. As you can see, my nails are very naked, and like I said, I have a nail polish that would match this really, really well, and this is the nail polish. I think that will go really nicely with this. I'm thinking of doing this in a French, and of course, I am going to bring in some of that sparkle that you saw in some of those makeup Coachella face looks. I'm just not doing it on the face. I'm going to do it on the nails instead. So this is the color, and this is a Holo Taco color, and it's called Moonlight Rodeo. I can't remember if this is limited edition from the Rodeo collection. I think, yeah, it was. This is limited edition, so they don't sell it anymore. But the closest one, oh, actually, this one's limited edition as well. Never mind. This is the Unicorn #1 that I like. I could use that as well for an accent because it's got some of that gold that's in the eyes. So that could be an accent, and this could be the main. So yeah, this is probably the look I'm going to go for, but in a French look. Some of those nail polish, especially I think the Unicorn looks different on the nails that I recall. I have used it a few times, so let's get these bad boys nice and painted now that I got my makeup and my hair done. Now here to the first color of the Frenchy Rodeo, and then the other one. Now a second coat, as these both are see-through. This one is even more see-through than the other one. The one with the more reddy orange. Now I'm putting the glue to put the little gems. Yes, the gems you saw on the makeup looks at the face. I'm putting it on the nails instead, because that just seems better. I'm using like kind of gold to pinky-ish ones, because it kind of gave the right vibes for me, and I happen to have some. They are face gems, but I don't know how to get them to stay on very well. They are kind of cheap ones. So I'd rather use some nail glue and use them for my nails. So yeah, there we go. Every other one is gold. Every other one is like a pinky purple tinge. And just making sure they're all in place. That they're all done. And as you can see, I'm adding a little extra glue around them to kind of hold them in before I put the top coat on. Just getting in all those little gaps to make sure they stay on nicely. Now a thick, glossy top coat. As you can see, I'm having to kind of finish the top coat around the gems and get that flat so it's not bubbly in too much, because these gems are pretty 3D. So I had to just flatten that all out, and I got that. So there they are, looking pretty good, gemmy, and everything to the thumb. There's my nails, nice and done with these two Holo Taco purpley colors with all the gems, bringing that into my outfit. So yep, these are the nails I would wear if I was going to Coachella this year. So yep, and then as you can see, these are the pants I just chose to wear. Yep, I have an outfit to go with it as well, from my makeup to my hair, and yes, my outfit. Flower jeans, this little bit of white, kind of thought it was kind of nice, and I bring in this kind of pinky purple, slightly blue shirt that's kind of a tie-dye, because I'm doing that purpley kind of vibes. So I thought, why not bring that to life? Oop, getting a little warm, so why not open my little white cardigan of it all so I can enjoy the concerts even more. Like to some Sabrina Carpenter. Oh yeah. Go Sabrina Carpenter. Oh yeah. Yes I do. I would like some espresso. Yes, espresso. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.